So much for consistency. All right, welcome to the show. I'm late, that's okay. I'm your host, Jake Johnson. This is Untethered Live. Chill stream, Friday night. How's it going? How are things in your neck of the woods? I was stuck on a pot, quite literally. But here I am. Happy and go lucky. And you know what they say. One in the hand is worth two in the bush. That's what the theme of tonight is. Counting your blessings. What are you exhausted about? Hey, Caucasian, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. The old Sasquatch. Why are you exhausted? What did you do? Tell me all about it. You just got home. Okay. From? That's how you do it. Mountain Dew. Nectar of the gods. Oh, you're back in home. I got you. I thought you were going to be there for a couple of weeks. Not 3 days. And then I thought you were coming here after you left there. That's what you said to me. So I guess plans have changed. You got some good beach footage, though, I see. Drove 6 hours, 6 whole hours? I've made that trip so many times, I don't know what to do with myself. Shut up, phone. I know I'm live. I pressed the button. You don't have to tell me. And told me late at that. Yeah, I've driven to Georgia quite a few times and back from here, which is about 8 hours. And I've driven from here to Florida and back quite a few times. And Florida's a good long ride. And an hour of random bullshit, 5 hours and an hour of random bullshit. Yeah, that seems to be how it goes. Got to stop and fill up, get some coffee, and eat. Hey, April, how are you? There's the untethered lady. The cheerleader. The squad leader. You never thought you'd be that in high school, but you're that now. When I was in high school, I wasn't sure I was going to make it through high school. But I made it. Hell, Florida's 6 hours long and 2.5 hours wide. For the most part, it's a little longer than 6 hours. Yeah, I'm feeling a little better. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I'm surviving. got too many responsibilities to be down, so can't afford to just ride it out. I got to get up and go. You know what I mean? Um, where have you been, April? He's been talking about it for 3 days. You and April had a stupid joke go sort of viral. Cool. CJ just left me after he was with me since Sunday. I'm sad, LOL. I understand. Believe me, I understand. Miss them babies. 2.7K viewers and counting. Well, that's amazing. I'm jealous. Not really. Waiting on Kevin now to get here. Well, he'll be here. He'll be along shortly. Tell you what, though, it has been a crazy week. Up and down with the motorcycle. It's fixed. There's just one little thing, but I keep these bolts that hold on the cover, the out cover, keep stripping on me and posing a problem. I can't get in it unless I can take the bolts out, and the bolts are stripping out. So I've got to die tap each one, drill and get them out. And it's a pain in the ass. And it's aggravating. And the Harley shop don't have any bolts in stock, so I've got to find them on the internet, order them, and wait for them to come in. The deep end. Now Sasquatch being them into the deep end. That's my thing. He's got his own thing. Well, I'm proud of you, buddy. You keep rocking it. And when you figure out how you did it, let me know. I'm pretty sure it's because it's a stupid joke. Has no substance. That's what people are looking for. Unfortunately, I'm not very funny. Let's see who this is. Hang on, this is my children's mother. I got to take this. Canceling on me. Supposed to see my son tomorrow. And I'm gonna have to call him because of some kid's birthday party. The joy of parenting. If you don't play Red Dead story mode, you simply won't get it. You are get funny, my love. I don't know whether to take that as an insult or a compliment. It's an original joke. and it has a specific audience. I understand. And I'm glad that you're getting views. I'm not complaining. I'm not upset. I think it's wonderful. I hate texts. It's like, remember back in the early 2000s, they had that Nextel phone with the walkie-talkie on it. So in order to not have a phone bill, you could just use the walkie-talkie. I didn't like those either. Like if I wanted a walkie-talkie, I would be 12. Do I look 12? I want a phone. I'm paying for a phone. Call me. It's like having a car and pushing it around everywhere so you can save on gas. It's ridiculous. FYI, you are funny. Well, thank you. I don't think so, but I appreciate the compliment. I'm an airhead. What's the Red Dead story mode? It's a video game. He can probably explain it to you better than I can because I don't play it, but I'm aware of it because I have children. But it's a Western video game, so as I understand it. He's a cowboy. On a steel horse he rides. And he's wanted, dead or alive. Well, for one thing, YouTube is pushing this hashtag shorts thing right now. So the fact that your videos are like 10 seconds to 30 seconds long is one reason they're getting propagated so much. Second of all, you're uploading videos, not doing live streams. The YouTube algorithm does not propagate live streams for some reason. Matter of fact, it's been said, and the conventional wisdom is that if you want to make it in YouTube, don't do live streams, do videos. I like the format of live streams. I like how it works, and I like the fact that it functions like a television show, so that's what I'm going to do, and I didn't set out to make money in the first place. I set out to teach, and if I make a little money, great. However, I do eat, so, But I think that you have a lot of things working in your favor. I know I was drunk and telling jokes. I saw all your videos, unless you posted some more since yesterday. And I liked them all. Thumbs up. I didn't comment on all of them, but I liked them all. I meant to go back and do some commenting, but I just hadn't got to it yet. Trying to help my brother out. But it looks like you're doing better than I am, so you help me out. 2 more jokes? Cool. I'll check them out when I'm done. I still hadn't got the first notification of you putting up videos. I am subscribed, and I do have all pressed on the bell icon, so I don't know why I'm not, but what'll happen? It's already happening. Only on paper. All right, now you're just making up things. Oh, you're talking about me making it? I've already made it. I'm not worried about it. Shorts don't notification. Huh. I didn't know that. Either way, I'm very glad that you're having some success. Maybe you can monetize that and make a little money on it. At that rate, you'll get up to that 4,000 hours in no time. I crossed that. It took me about a year to get to 4,000 hours. I think I'm at like 5,000 now, something like that. I hadn't looked in a while. It was 48 the last time I looked, and that was a while ago, so. I'm just extrapolating, but I think you'll do fine. You got the right content, clearly. At 4,000 hours, you can name your channel. Yeah, if you have 100 subscribers and 4,000 hours, then you can name your channel, and then you'll start getting extras. Like you can start doing polls, and super chats will come along pretty soon, and so forth and so on. Every milestone you cross, you get an extra thing, a new ability. Naming the channel's a big one. That's where you solidify your identity online. Bear with me, I'm getting ready. So sorry for my delays, okay? I didn't know you were delayed, and where are you going? I want to do stupid polls. People will love that. Cheeseburgers or grapefruit? Pink grapefruit or regular grapefruit? There's a difference. I'd pick pink grapefruit all day long. Regular grapefruit? No, cheeseburger. Angus or polar bear? Angus. Polar bear tastes like chicken. Pink grapefruit all day long. I like some pink grapefruit. I used to have a special spoon just for eating pink grapefruit. I don't have it anymore, but I don't even know if they make them anymore. But there's a serrated edged spoon where you could notch out the sections. Lovely. Now, who's got jokes? That wasn't a joke. I was serious. Maybe it's not that I'm funny, it's just that I have a funny life. You have several grapefruit spoons, asshole. I'm not trying to compete with you. I don't care how many grapefruit spoons you have. Have I heard the one about a horse race? No. Tell me. See, my problem is I can't ever remember jokes. The horse's name was... I'm waiting with bated breath. Sheesh. I'll bring you a technical spork. A tactical spork. My face? I'm baffled too. The horse's name was my face. My face in the horse race. Could you be more specific? Okay, so Sasquatch is the comedian of the bunch. We've established that. Imagine everyone in the crowd. I'm trying. I'm listening to the announcer saying, and horse race to win. My face. I don't get it. Are you saying that everybody in the crowd thinks it's their face? That'd be a dumb crowd. They're watching the race. They know the horse's name. You're just going to have to tell me the punchline because I don't get it. Oh, that's it. Okay. Hey, Darlene. Good to see you, sweetheart. Glad you could drop by. Never did handle that name thing, I see. Oh, yeah, I get it. Oh, okay. Now I get it. You got to do a lot of reaching to catch that joke. Okay. Don't know how to fix it. I thought April was going to fix it for you. She must have forgot. Or hasn't seen you since we last spoke. Yes, now I see the punchline. Seems like it's adding more letters every time I come on. It looks about like it did last time I saw it, I think. I don't know if I remember the W or not, but I suppose it's possible. Probably forgot. Well, we've been just sitting here reminiscing about old jokes and talking about Sasquatch's recent success on YouTube and talking about motorcycles and children. Why did the cookies go to the doctor? I don't know why. Because it was feeling crummy. Now that's a good joke. These two fellers were sitting on a bridge fishing. Mm-hmm. One of them says the water's cold. The other one says it's deep too. Mm-hmm. Something about a penis. All right then. I'll have French fried potatoes with mustard on them. Mm-hmm. Do it. That's a short in itself, huh? Yeah, I like old Billy Bob Thornton and Sling Blade. That's a good movie. I just do not have a mind for jokes. I can't remember them. I hear them all the time, and I think, man, that's a great joke. I'm going to remember that. 2 minutes later, it's gone. I just can't do it. I'm not a funny guy. I might be funny by proxy, but it's not intentional. Damn it. Don't you hate it when you light your cigarette and then you got to light it again? Because it goes out. They didn't used to do that. It's a new thing. Newish. Well, Sasquatch, what's your plan for your next joke? What else you got going on that YouTube channel of yours? I was planning on a reading for channel content. I fell backwards into the jokes. Well, that's usually the way it happens. Just hanging out like a loose tooth waiting on Kevin. Hey. Hanging out like a loose tooth. I'm setting up tomorrow. Good. I can't wait to see what you come up with. I'll be going down tomorrow. It's that time of the month. Chillax. When he gets here, we can make like a carpet and shag. Make like a ball and bounce. Make like a banana and get the F out of here. Well, if you make like a carpet and shag, be sure your camera's not on because we're going to be watching that. I don't think shag means what you think it means. You ever heard of the spy who shagged me? Uh-oh. My camera just went down. All right, camera. I don't know what's going on here. My camera died. Hang on, folks. There we go. Hold on. I got to reconfigure it. A little behind the scenes football here. Huh, that was weird. I leaned over to shoo a fly and my camera died. I guess I accidentally bumped it or something. I'll be back on getting the show going. Was nowhere to set up in the beach house, LOL. Make like a tree and split. Or a leaf. No, the joke is that it doesn't make sense. You know, like make like a banana and get the hell out of here. Make like a tree and split. Hey, I get it. You're precious. Yes, you are. Y'all excuse me. I gotta go blow my nose. I'll be right back. I told you I'd be back. I got that from the movie Back to the Future. I know. I saw it. It's a good movie. I'm an 80s movie aficionado. I'm pretty sure I've seen them all. From the 70s to the 90s. And most of the ones in the 90s. Then I just kind of gave up. I tried to hang on for a little while, but there's just too many movies. You can't see them all. I really intended, though, for a little while to have seen every movie ever filmed. And I got close. I've seen a bunch of them. I don't know how close. There's a bunch that I haven't seen. And they just keep cranking them out every year, 10 or 12 a year. Can't keep up with all of them. And most of them I don't even want to watch. The new ones, I have no desire. In my mind, they hadn't made a good movie since 1995. There's a couple around 99 that were all right. 98, 99. But after that, garbage. Progressively worse garbage. TV shows are the same way. If you don't believe me, go download an episode of, say, Hill Street Blues. Doesn't matter which one. And watch it. And then go download an episode of, say, Star Trek Discovery and watch that. And you tell me which one's the better TV show. You tell me which one you're hanging on your seat to find out what happens next. Hey, News Now Carolina. Hadn't seen you in a while. The 90s were the best. No, they were not. They were great, but they were not the best. The best was the 80s. They didn't make an E.T. in 1990. They didn't make Indiana Jones in 1990. Or Star Trek The Motion Picture. Or Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Or that Bruce Willis movie that everybody likes. I can't think of it. Die Hard. So you see what I'm saying? The 80s were the best. But 90s had some great movies, don't get me wrong. But I bet you can't think of one. I mean, I know you can, but not right off the top of your head. If you think, what's a great movie, the first thing that comes to mind is something that came from the 80s. They made Point Break, and enough said, Point Break. I believe that was 1989. That was before Speed, right? Speed was a 90s movie. You might be right, though. That was a good movie. Not a great movie, but a good movie. Solid movie. 1990? Okay. I trust you. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, so. Now, I think it's before Speed, though, right? Okay, a newlywed couple got a new computer, and the husband asked the wife, How you turn this thing on? She says, when you figure that out, let me know. Black Sheep Tommy Boy. Now you don't even try that shit. You know good and well that's not a great movie. It's a funny movie, not a great movie. Not the same category. What his password should be. So the husband put his penis. The wife fell over laughing when it said error not long enough. How long did it take you to write that joke? That sounds like one of them jokes that came out of one of those little thin booklets that you get. Best jokes. Best of jokes. It's a great funny movie. It's a good funny movie. I like Chris Farley. But it's Saturday Night Live stuff. That's not in the category of great drama or great science fiction or, great horror or great suspense. That's not an Alfred Hitchcock movie, for example. But it is a good movie. So what are you up to today, News Now? Almost called you Great Sky Troll. That name has to leave my mind. Y'all both have weird beards at one time. It took almost 60 seconds. That's funny. I think that was funnier than the joke was. You got any good jokes there, News Now? Watching great 90s movies? Here's a great 90s movie. If you hadn't got a chance to see it yet, watch this. It's called Cube. It's an independent film. It stars no named actors. It's filmed in one room. Well, it's got several rooms, but they're all exactly the same. So basically, whatever your surrounding is one environment. And you have to make that a good movie. And it's titillating. You'll love every minute of it. The Cube. Check it out. That's a good 90s movie. Jurassic Park. That's a good 90s movie. Seen it, and it's weird. It is weird. But it's a good movie. It's titillating. It's exciting. It keeps you enthralled. You don't know what's going to happen, Wayne's World. I can see what avenue your movie tastes go down. Rachel's Ghost. Joke hilarious. I don't know if I know that one. The Ghost of Mars. But it was alone. I have mixed feelings about Ghosts of Mars. That was a good movie, but that was by far not one of John Carpenter's best movies. Men at Work, yeah, it was all right. That's the one with Emilio Estevez in it, right? If I remember correctly. Charlie Sheen, Emilio Estevez. A sheet belt. That's what a ghost wears in the car. I thought so. Yes, I love movies. I love good movies. Like I said, they hadn't come out with anything in the last 15 years that was worth even watching. There's been a couple of decent movies, but they got all these little things that they have to add to them now that just, it takes me out of it. Breaks, as my friend Robservations channel says, it breaks the verisimilitude of the movie. I want to believe you. And I can't believe you if you keep breaking the fourth wall or if you keep shoving things in that I know don't go there. For example, a 90-pound woman soaking wet, beating up a 300-pound football player with ease. I don't believe you. I'm sorry. If you want to have a movie that stars a woman that is an action star, you get somebody like Gina Carano. I believe she can whip my ass. I do not believe that Brie Larson can whip my ass. I'm sorry. I could best her on my worst day with a flu and one arm tied behind my back. You get somebody built like a brick shithouse and still feminine, by the way. Doesn't look like a man. Gina Carano's beautiful. Big, but beautiful. What about Ripley from Alien? Sigourney Weaver maintained her femininity throughout the whole movie, yet you believe she knew what she was doing. You believe she was that tough. The girl that played Red Sonja, the one that was originally in, I believe she was originally in the Conan movie as a sidekick. Good Will Hunting, that's a good movie. Deadpool is an exception to the fourth wall. Yes, well, that's the whole point of that movie. I understand that. That's not the same thing that I'm talking about. Terminator chick. The first one? Yeah, Linda Hamilton. Yeah, you believed her in Terminator 2 when she's out there doing the one-arm pull-ups and she's got that look in her eyes. You believe she's going to hurt you. Red Sonja. Yeah. You see, you didn't think I knew anything about that, did you? I'm not stupid. Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is one of those movies that I'm talking about shoving some shit in your face that don't belong. Did you know that Jenny was a villain in that movie? Did you see that? Did you notice that? She is the villain. She is the antagonist of the movie. Yet they paint her as a hero. They shove it in your face like it's her prerogative to do what she's doing. She's a bad person. Same thing with Gone with the Wind, by the way, so it's not necessarily a new thing. Jenny was a vile user and abuser. Yes, she was. And she totally took advantage of Forrest Gump's kindness. And then she gave him AIDS. They never say it's AIDS, but it was AIDS or hepatitis or something. Sorry, guys, I'm busy helping my dad. Well, you're here, buddy. That's all that counts. Thank you for showing up. Yes, he did get HIV. You need to watch that movie again. Yeah, he died because of her. Hi, by the way. Hi. True, Jake. Blue Marlin was great. Based on a true story. Also, Mud. Blue Marlin. I don't think I've seen that. Blue Marlin. That's one of those movies like that dog movie that came out with Jennifer Aniston and that Owen's boy. Owen Wilson. It's a movie like that, right? It's one of those heart tugger movies. Might be an Owen Wilson movie. I can't remember. Mud was decent. I don't think I saw that either. Or is that? No, wait a minute. Yes, I did. Is that the one with the Lincoln Lawyer in it? All right, all right, all right. What's his name? Can't think of his name. It's 2021, Jake. She's cheating. It was hepatitis C. It was something like that. Yeah, hepatitis or herpes or something. She died from it anyway. Matthew McConaughey. That's right. I could not think of that name to save my life. Yeah, Mud. I saw it. That's the one where he plays like a guy that I guess he's an ex-con or whatever, and he's on an island, and a little boy meets him, and he makes friends with him. I don't remember much about it, and I don't remember the ending, but I did see it back when it came out. It wasn't very memorable. As opposed to, say, RoboCop that I saw once when I was 14 and can almost recite lines from the movie to you. That movie made an impression. Whether you like it or not, it's a great movie. Paul Verhoeven, the director of that movie, and movies like Starship Troopers, and a couple of other great movies that he put out. Dennis Quaid plays in Blue Marlin. Okay, I may have seen it. I don't remember, though. I like Dennis Quaid, and a few of his movies are fantastic movies, such as Inner Space. If you hadn't seen that, check it out. Until they made 2 more. Dennis Quaid movies. Prometheus was pretty good. No, that's the wrong movie. They went to Prometheus. The movie was called something else. It's a space movie. Dennis Quaid's the main guy. That the Lincoln Lawyer, Liv Matthew in that, and Kevin ordered me the book Greenlighters. Okay. Yes, Matthew McConaughey was in that movie Lincoln Lawyer. I know this. You know which movie I'm talking about. I can't think of the damn name of it. They get stuck in a spaceship and they think they're in space. The whole movie turns out they're on the planet the whole time. The planet name was Prometheus. I can't remember the name of the movie. Pandorum, that's it. That's a good movie. Pandorum. Prometheus is the Alien reboot or prequel or whatever. Prometheus being the god of fire, by the way, the god that gave mankind fire. That would be Lucifer, the morning star, the bringer of light. Just so you know. It's glorious. It was a good movie. Very suspenseful. Kept me on the edge of my seat. RoboCop was excellent. Yes, it was. Inner Space. Inner Space is a very underrated movie. If you watch that again, you will laugh through the whole thing. It is hilarious. Very well done. Dennis Quaid and Martin Short teaming up. Man, what a team. And the guy that plays the Doctor in Star Trek Voyager is the bad guy in that movie. You might not realize that, but Ricardo is his name. Something Ricardo. Outlander is good. Lockout was decent. It wasn't a great movie. That's not Sylvester Stallone, or was that the other guy? There's 2 movies that are almost got the same name. One of them's got Sylvester Stallone in it. One of them's got I can see his face. Guy Pearce. That's the guy. Okay, so that's the other movie then. Yeah, that was a decent movie. It was a little disjointed and a little out of style, but it was a good movie. The Last Starfighter. Now you got something there. That's a great movie. Red Dawn was a good movie. Yes, it was, but it wasn't the best of the 80s. That wasn't as good as E.T., by the way. It's Die Hard in space. Yeah, I remember the movie. I think Lock Up is the movie Sylvester Stallone was in. Lock Out is the one Guy Pearce is in. This is why I wouldn't make a good movie critic, because I can't remember names and stuff so well. But I've seen the movies, and I have a very good idea on what good movie is. Only second to Roadhouse. Now, Roadhouse was a great movie. I don't care what anybody says. That's a great movie. I bet you I've seen that movie 100 times if I've seen it once. Great movie. Red Dawn was a decent movie. It was a little bit weird for the time. I think it came out in the wrong time. It should have came out in the height of the Red Scare. I think it would have done better then, which was in the early 80s. Spaceballs. That's a great movie. It took me a long time to get through that movie and understand all the jokes that were in it, because they never stop. The whole movie's nothing but inside joke after inside joke. Spaceballs is a great movie. But Princess Bride is not only a great movie, but it's allegorical about reality. It talks about the plight of the Jews and their story of how they came to power and prevalence in the world. And you'll totally miss it if you're not looking for it, but it's there. It's even got the woman in red. It's got it all. Very allegorical. I suggest, if you want to understand The Princess Bride, look up Owen Benjamin and his depiction of the movie Princess Bride, his breakdown of it. He does it perfectly. He sees it in a way that I can't explain it, because I can see it, but I haven't put all those ideas together to formulate a sentence structure. He has. So check that out if you're interested. Owen Benjamin and his breakdown of Princess Bride. What is This Is Now? This is now? What is this? This is now. Oh, you're looking at now. Everything that happens now is happening now. We'll go back to then. We can't. Why? We missed it. When? Just now. When will then be now? Soon. Great line. Mel Brooks is the best at his thing. What he does, there's nobody better, except for maybe those two brothers that made a bunch of spoof movies in the early 80s, starting with Top Secret. He did the Naked Gun movies. He did Spy Hard. He did, there's two brothers. I can't remember their names. Blazing Saddles was a good movie. Very up to date in there, making fun of things. Ludicrous Speed, go! That's my Virgin alarm. It's programmed to go off before you do, mister. Excellent movie. Blazing Saddles. You see that? Yeah, steady as a rock. That's the hand I shoot with. Terrence Hill in the Trinity films. Be more specific. I know who Terrence Hill is. I just can't think of the Trinity films. Princess Bride, Grease, Footloose, The Breakfast Club, About Last Night, Dirty Dancing, Great Balls of Fire, St. Elmo's Fire, Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles, Spaceballs, all evidence that I'm a girl. They call me Trinity. Trinity is my name. Isn't that The Matrix? Speaking of which, have you seen the new Matrix trailer? I don't know whether to love it or hate it. It seems to me like they're going back and remaking the first movie again with modern day ideas. Neo is unaware of the Matrix again, and it's going to turn out that Trinity was the chosen one all along, even though Neo is one spelled anatomically incorrect, and he always was the one, but they're going to turn it around and make sure the girl gets it as, punishment to the patriarchy or something or other. Trinity is still my name. I'll have to look it up. I don't think I understand what you're talking about. Sounds like it might be a Western, though. I do have a glaring hole in the spaghetti Western genre area. I don't know a lot about those movies. The Wheel of Time will be great. Maybe. If they don't screw it up. Is that fantasy movie that's coming out? That's kind of like all the other teenager fantasy movies? Like Harry Potter and all that stuff? Something about time, I can't remember. They're worried about woking it up. I'm just not into new movies. They just don't do it for me. They don't have the same je ne sais quoi. Sergio Leone films. Yes. Didn't he do like The Professor? The Professional? Or am I thinking of somebody else? The Professional was a good movie, by the way. A little danger in the subject matter, but if you're into that, it's a good movie. Natalie Portman. The Wheel of Time. It was woke 20 years ago. Okay, well, then they can't screw it up. But that is the movie I was thinking about. Yeah. I like all the 80s and 90s movies, too. I don't like all of them, but most of them. Have they already made Wheel of Time? That brings to mind that movie that Tom Cruise was in, The Legend. Or Legend. Can't remember which. But that movie was way ahead of its time. It got no love. It even had the bouncer from Night Court in it as the devil. Richard Ball or Richard Mall or something like that. Big dude, bald head. Yeah, great movie. They modeled the devil from The Pick of Destiny after that devil. Speaking of devil movies, The Devil's Advocate. Now that's a great 90s movie. I'm a fan of man. Great. Anything that Al Pacino is in is great. We could go back and talk about The Godfather. We could talk about Hoo-ah, Son of a Woman. Now that was a great movie. Pink Cadillac and Any Which Way You Can. Honky Tonk Man. Yes, Clint Eastwood movies. Coal Miner's Daughter. Well, that's kind of a TV movie. That's not a great movie. I understand that it was good and it fell right into what you were going through as a child, so you understood that movie in a way that most people wouldn't. But it's not a great movie. It's just a well put together TV movie. Sweet Dreams. A biopic, if you will. Legend. Yes, great movie. No, that's I Am Legend, is Will Smith. We're talking about 80s movies. Legend. That's Tom Cruise. That's his first foray into fantasy, by the way. I don't know if he ever went back. I don't know if he's ever done another fantasy movie, but he did that one. He had pointed ears like a Vulcan. He played an elf. In other words, he owed somebody a favor. News now, are you still with us? Are you bored with the movie talk? I'm enjoying it. An older legend, child. Excellent. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, #1. Great movie. Although makes absolutely no logical sense whatsoever, still a great movie. One of the better time travel movies out there. Oh yeah, now you're talking A.L. I love him. No. Not the entire Roman Legion, just a little old pachinko. Oh, no, he said the Trojan Army, not the Roman Legion. Just little old me. When I get out of bed to go to the bathroom and I look back and you've got that look on your face like it's not the Trojan Army, just fuck me, just little old me. You never see me coming, Kevin. Al Pacino. Yes. The Usual Suspects. Great movie. Sorry, I suck at texting. Excuse my typos. Well, you got that out pretty good. Take your time. Slow down. Reservoir Dogs. Now you're in my wheelhouse. That's a Quentin Tarantino movie, and everything he does is fantastic. Everything. And completely specific to him. He is the only person that can rewrite history and get away with it. Such as Inglourious Bastards and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's called revisionist history. And it's done with the understanding that you know what really happened. So let's have a little fun with it. Change it up a little. Great, great guy. And also Robert Rodriguez makes some great movies. El Mariachi. What was the name of that movie? I think that was the name of the movie. It's based on a character from Dusk Till Dawn. I think. Now, it might have been another one of his movies. Antonio Banderas plays the guy with the suitcase guitar. Great movie. Zorro, that's a movie you need to look over again. We took it for granted totally when it came out. I know I did. I hated it when it came out. But for the sheer lack of good storytelling in this day and age, if you go back and watch that movie, you will be surprised at how great that movie actually was and how well filmed it was. How beautiful the cinematography was. Totally took that movie for granted when it came out, and I was bored. We had all the action movies, and it just didn't do it for me back then. But I recently went back and viewed it, and I can tell you it's a great movie. You should watch it. Zorro, starring Anthony Hopkins and Antonio Banderas. I can't because I got to be ready, and I am still primping. I got to brush my teeth. Never in the history of humanity has a woman been on time to go anywhere. I promise you it won't hurt you. Desperado, that was the name of the movie. Was based on a Mexican film. I'm drawing a blank, but yes, I understand. Brad Pitt. So awesome so is Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon has done a few good movies. Brad Pitt has done a few good movies. Mariachi, that's it. That's what I said originally, El Mariachi, but it was Desperado. Based on the El Mariachi character. Brad Pitt, Meet Joe Black, Fight Club, great movie. Very good movie. Quite a few of his movies have been good. Surprisingly, because I don't really like Brad Pitt all that much, but I like his acting. Although, and once I tell you this, you'll never be able to unsee it, but he is eating in every movie he's ever been in. He's shoving things in his mouth the whole time. Tom Hanks pees outside in every movie he's in. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. I defy you to find a movie he don't do that in. 12 Monkeys was a great movie, great time travel movie, great sci-fi. And overlooked because it's so complex. Most people don't even take it as a time travel movie, but it certainly is. SpongeBob SquarePants. Lost at Sea. Nope. I won't even entertain that. It's out of here. It makes him look even more like an asshole if he eats an apple. Yep. And Big. He peed in Big. In every movie. I think it's in his contract. Same thing with Brad Pitt and eating things. As a matter of fact, every big movie star has one thing that they do in every movie. Like Tom Cruise is always running and riding a motorcycle in every movie he's in. Every one of them. So that's what he looks good doing. So they put it in every movie. They have mannerisms. And those mannerisms are captured. And I think it's like a thing, like a Hollywood thing. Like that's what he looks good doing, so let's cast him for that role, you know. This guy looks good eating things, so let's put him in an eating thing scene. Robert Downey Jr. movies. Yes. Robert Downey Jr. may be one of the most unsung actors of this generation. He is a fantastic actor. Look at Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Look at the man with the lawyer movie. What was it? The dancing lawyer, the singing lawyer, something like that. Great acting. He played a werewolf guy in one movie. He plays a fantastic suspense guy. You know, Sherlock Holmes, Iron Man. There would be no MCU if it wasn't for him. If that movie didn't work, the MCU would not have happened. MCU being all the Marvel movies that have came out in the last 20 years. To the tune of like 33 of them, I think. A Scanner Darkly. Yeah, I don't know. That's a niche movie. I don't know if you'd call that a great movie, but it was definitely thought-provoking. That's a movie for a specific audience. But his role was good in it, yeah. But that was actually a what's the guy's name? Keanu Reeves movie. See how I get stuck? I know who Keanu Reeves is. I just couldn't think of his name. I think my mind is slipping or something. Speaking of slipping minds, hey, why don't y'all do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon so you'll get notifications of when I'm going to be here. Reach out and tug on that like button a little. It'll make my day, I promise. Share this video with somebody you love. Better yet, share it with somebody you don't love. Bring them into the family. Make them part of the fold. Be part of their solutions, not part of their problems. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you're thinking. Question me, curse me, bless me, challenge me, confront me, conform with me. Drink my Kool-Aid. Drink your own Kool-Aid, asshole. As long as you're thinking, that's what I want. Critical thought coming from that mind of yours. And if you love what I'm doing and you'd like to help me keep doing it, help me keep the lights on around here, how about go to paypal.me/JakeJohnsonBand. Every little bit helps, and I greatly appreciate your support. With that, I will round out the video. OMG, awesome. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, Iron Man. Iron Man 1 was a great movie. Although they made the thing up on the spot and ad-libbed about 90% of it, it turned out to be a very good movie. One of the few superhero movies that I actually like. I am so over superhero movies. They just hadn't made a good one in forever. Notwithstanding the new Batman, that may be good. I don't know. It may be terrible too, so you have to wait and see. It is starring the sparkling vampire, so we'll have to wait and see. But it might be a good movie. It's got the trappings of a good movie. We'll just have to wait and see what he does with it. And as far as TV goes, Strange New Worlds might be a good TV show. It also might be garbage because it's made by the same people who have made 2, 3, 4 garbage movies already, TV shows. So why they would change now is beyond me. But I'm excited. I want to see it at least once. Let's see. Do y'all know any Mexican actors? Yeah. Antonio Banderas. Salma Hayek. Both great actors. Salma Hayek just did a movie with the guy that plays in Free Guy, Ryan Reynolds, called The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. It's a great movie. (1937 to 1970) was the golden age of Mexican cinema. I hear you. They were not just actors, they were also singers, and they got to sing mariachi. Yep. Yeah, there was a big boom of that kind of movies back then. That's where the idea of Zorro came out of that period of time. Yeah, that's Caucasian Spanish. Well, you asked. I answered. I am a Caucasian, so I get that we have different cultural backgrounds. That does not take away from one or the other. That's just different places in the world that we grew up in. Michael Keaton was my favorite Batman. Yes, but that really was not a good movie. It tricked us. It fooled us into thinking it was a good movie because it was so different and so new and such a unique take on the character. But when you look back on it, it doesn't hold up. I thought it was a great movie back then, too. I was on the edge of my seat through the whole thing. But when you go back and look at it, there's no substance in that movie. It's just a series of things. Nope. Val Kilmer's stupid Batman. His ears were way too pointy and his car looked like a toy. So was George Clooney a stupid Batman. The stupidest Batman. No, I think it goes from Michael Keaton to Nolan's Batman. What's his name? The actor. Sure. Mexican actors' names? Shoot. Christian Bale. That's the guy. I think he was the next best Batman. And it remains to be seen whether or not the sparkly vampire can pull it off. But from the trailer that I've seen, he does a fair job so far. We'll see. It's a short trailer, so there's not a whole lot of Batman action in it. One scene that really shows him off, but we'll see. He's kind of an effeminate guy, so I don't know if he's going to be able to pull off rough and tough and scary, but we'll see. No, says Sasquatch. No. Hey, he might pull it off. He is a good actor. Although he's into some very strange things. Have you seen some of his movies? They're kind of weird. The Lighthouse movie that he does with the guy that played Green Goblin. Can't think of his name. No surprise there. Can see his face. Just can't think of his name. Hey, Kevin. Good to see you, my brother. Don't say hey to me. I see how it is. Boo, Adam Sandler. Hey, let's make a movie in Hawaii so we can, be in Hawaii. Oh, here's another Adam Sandler movie. This one's in Hawaii. Speedy Gonzalez. Best Mexican actor of all time, Speedy Gonzalez. He might take offense to that. Willem Dafoe, that's the guy. Thank you, sir. Boondock Saints. Yes, sir. That's got the guy from Walking Dead in it. The best comedian of all time. Guess who? Robin Williams. That's my guess. If you don't believe me, watch Live at the Met with Robin Williams, and when you sew your sides back together, you tell me if he's not the best comedian. I prefer Slowpoke Pedro. Played on Saturday Night Live show. Yup. Jim. Are you saying Jim Brewer is the best comedian? I don't think so. We got a sports update from Kevin Cobbs. Bottom of the seventh, Rays 4, Detroit 3. Also, the Bucks won last night. Go Tampa Bay. Okay. Jim Brewer or Jim Belushi, is that who you're talking about? Steve Martin and the Jerk. I love that movie. I like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles better, but I'm with you. The Man with Two Brains. L.A. Confidential. I'm trying to think of some more Steve Martin movies. And Kill Flies. I know there's more, I just can't think of them. Parent Trap. Leap of Faith. Leap of Faith, that's a great movie. Roxanne, that's a great movie. I love that movie, Leap of Faith. That's a great movie. That shows entertainment in a way that very few shows ever show. The backside of how things are. Pedro Infante, famous singer and actor. Little Infant. How many Sasquatches does it take to change a light bulb? My Blue Heaven? Is that the one where he plays an angel? He dies and goes to heaven and gets to come back? Something like that. Sergeant Bilko? No. There's one movie I think he's in. I think it's Steve Martin, where he gets run over or something and he dies and God sends him back to heaven to fix a problem, get back from heaven. So he's here and nobody recognizes him. My mob informant. Oh, okay. I see, when you say that, all I can think of is My Cousin Vinny. Good movie. That's Prime, whatever that guy's name is. I can't think of his name. The squeaky guy. He's in Lethal Weapon and The Godfather. Real gangster type. Lack of evidence is not evidence of lack. Correct. Sasquatches do not exist. No Sasquatches. That's how many it takes to screw in a light bulb, because they don't exist. Although we're speaking to one, so explain that, mister. I'm really sucking at recalling names tonight for some reason. I can see his face in my mind, and all I can think is Lenny and Squiggy, and neither one of those are it. He's a little short dude that always plays the tough guy. Oh. I think you know who I'm talking about. I saw a sea monster. Did you now? A real one? Dolores Del Rio, who was married to Orson Welles. I filmed it, but haven't been through the footage. Joe Pesci, thank you, sir. Yeah, that guy. I don't typically watch war movies, but I got into watching Hacksaw Ridge. That was an awesome movie and a true story. Well, that's not really a war movie. That's really a Mel Gibson movie. And anytime Mel Gibson steps behind the camera, it's an event. Anytime he's in front of the camera, it's an event. But especially when he's behind it. He is a fantastic movie maker. It's a stump, tree trunk or something. Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge was a great movie. So was Apocalypto. So was The Passion. So was Braveheart. So was Get the Gringo. So was $1 Million Hotel. I'm just kidding. That movie sucked. Even Mel Gibson hated that movie, and he was in it. But it came back and forth on the Tide all week. I agree, Darlene. One of my favorites. It is a fantastic war movie. Yeah, I don't really care for war movies either, but that's because I grew up in the 80s and everything on TV was green for like 15 years. It's all about Vietnam. I'm sick of watching it. All the Magnum PI and MASH and every other TV show had green in it. tired of it. Dragged Across Concrete was a great movie, but that was a slow burn. You got to be a particular mood to watch that movie. But that wasn't a Mel Gibson made movie. He was just in it. And when I was talking about movies he made. Definitely a sea monster. I named it Helen. Okay then. Helen Hunt, one of my favorite actresses. I fell in love with her from the show Mad About You, and I've loved her ever since. Fantastic. Twister, my favorite movie she's been in. Although there's one movie that she was in where she gets completely naked, but she was way old when she did that movie, and it just kind of took away from the pleasure of it. Second sports update from Kevin Cox. Mr. Shoop just hit a grand slam for Detroit. We are behind 7-4. Well, we need to get ahead then, don't we? Second Primer. Primer was a slow burn movie. Yep. Primer or Primer? I can't remember what it was called. One or the other. Anyway, that's that time travel movie, right? Javier Solis. Another great one. I like Ricardo Montalban. I'll chase you around the moons of Vega and back again, and I will have you. We need a new relief pitcher. How's the arm, Squatch? Well, don't ask me unless you want the ball to go straight down. I'm going to name my sports update the Cock Strong update. Wet noodle. Do what you got to do, bro. Then you're ready. Band boom. Well, it's 10 o'clock. I got to go to bed. I got to get up early in the morning and do nothing. Thank you guys for hanging out. I've thoroughly enjoyed the conversation. I really enjoy talking about good movies. It's one of my favorite things to do. Used to be anyway. I'll see you guys on Sunday with some Bible study. Thanks for hanging out. Take care of yourselves and each other. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do, and if you do, make sure I get a little credit. Name it after me. Have fun tonight, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and thanks for watching.